Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our campaign in EU4, Schizophrenic Sovereignty. I don't know how it's possible that I missed this, but we actually haven't built buildings yet. We haven't built 5 temples somehow. So we should probably, like, build some temples. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, we're... Really? So yeah, that's a thing. We're gonna build a temple. I guess I should take a closer look at these to make sure there aren't others we're missing. Trading of spices? No. Silk Road, we need to be the leading producer of silk. Production leader. Silk. Ming produces the most. We produce 0%. So that one's not very likely. We have no trustworthy allies, because we have been a subject the whole game. We've done all of these. Have an army equal or larger than 80,000. No. That one we can't do. We have acquired subjects, obviously, but that just isn't a thing I think we can really get done. We could maybe theoretically get the build a treasury one if we got lucky. Although, there's not enough time, really. It's really just to build buildings. Alright, cool. 4 more boats coming out. Just out of curiosity, how is that market share thing doing? Are we getting up on the Chinaware? We're only at 10%. So building a whole bunch of boats, turns out that doesn't actually like make it happen instantaneously. This army is going to hunt that army. Okay, we have one subject who's currently disloyal. This subject is loyal enough to embargo rivals again. Do we want the Anjou? Anjou gets local merchants outcompeted until April. It's produced in Anjou. 9 development. I don't really care who the Kamchadals are, but I also don't really care about the unrest. Competition is good for everyone, sure. Goods produced sounds nice. Okay, this fort needs to fall like ASAP. There's also some loot to be had here, but I'm not really going to worry about that too much. Ainu is now no longer someone that we can... Nice, beautiful. So these other cannons are going to head that way now as well. Let's leave the cab behind to do some looting. Right, Ainu needs to not be disloyal, just in case somebody wants to support their independence, like, oh, I don't know, Japan. So I guess we stop diverting trade from him for now. I got them focusing on sieges. Yeren does have a 7 stack. What are you doing, Yeren? Where are you going? Onan Goal? Why are you going to Onan Goal? Don't go there. You're already here. You're not locked. Stay here. Yeren, stay here. Thank you. At least siege it if you're going to walk through it. Come on, man. It takes like 8 years to walk through this land. So basically, the game plan, I think, now is to just divert at least 2 cannons so we can get the wall breach. Mostly, I want to hunt this army, though. Make sure that it doesn't cause us any problems. A province has defected to Hijaz. Okay. Doesn't really matter to me. Russia is now Russia. They've decided to conquest on Denmark. Denmark, I think, still does have that subject. Sweden. He is going off into the middle of nowhere right now. Interesting. Send a single infantry that way. Let's go with a 4 stack. +4 with the 2 siege pip leader to here. Let's grab our 4-2 son or whatever he is and chase this army. And then still hoping that we get these other cannons up there soon. We have a maneuver guy? Sadly, no. I don't want to appoint the king. Ooh, boats. More boats. When are we getting there? No, not the stab hit. I really wanted to stay on +3 stab. It's just money. We make money. We have tons of money. I want to stay on 3 stab. I also, between episodes, did go back up to the level 3 advisor again. And even though it's going to slow us down on tech and ideas and stuff, this siege is everything. We have 2 years to go, and I would still like to make that war with Japan happen. You are heading that way. Well, let's see if you want to fight me. Apparently we can't go that way, so we'll just stay here. Actually, we will send some more of the units there. Get that 5th cannon there, and then we can add the other 5 cannons from here. Siege times are 35 days, kind of slow. Our subjects like us a lot. I guess we can top off relations with Mr. Mingman. We've only been here for 30 days, and how do we do on the first tick? That's the most important tick. First tick is a food shortage. Pretty good. +2 siege status. He is, I think, going to try to maybe pick off that 1 stack right now. We'll finish this siege, and I think what I'll do is take these infantry there as well. And just have the cannons go join. That should put us at 10 cannons as soon as this other guy gets there. 14% chance so far. Okay. We already got it. Beautiful. That button is really handy. That's 99 war score. Beautiful. Now, unfortunately, to actually reconquest, these idiot subjects might say, well, I don't want that land. So, Buryatia, you own all this core area. You also own this core area, but Buryatia is better. Can I steal it from you? Thank you. It's going to do that weird thing where when you go from one subject to another, he'll just immediately transfer it back to me. So I gotta give it to me first, then give it to him. So these are all the Briation cores. I don't have that one occupied yet, but we can get there, so. He's leaving on the 26th. We can be there on the 14th. That means we're just overrunning that army. Beyond that, there's no other forts. We have 99 war score. Briatia, you have no other cores to return. Yeren does have one here, oddly. I guess we'll let that siege complete, and then we'll consider the peace deal. Okay, so the majority of the army is gone on the 26th. Smaller army is not gone until the 8th. We are still just overrunning the 1 stack, which means we're safe to go there. This, I would have transferred to Yeren. This border gore will look awful, though. But it's probably going to be the cheapest way to do the peace deal. Alright, so, things that cost 0 dip, please. That's all the Briation cores. Yeren does not want it, because Yeren is a jerk. I can force him to take it. And, honestly, we might be better off just making this guy not exist. He's the only one with high aggressive expansion with us. Aside from Oirat. Ming doesn't give a crap what we do. These 3 provinces, we don't have all the claims on, but we do have a claim on this one. It's part of a state already. No claim on Chengdi, but that is the same state as Beijing. So if we were still playing and I wanted to like murder Beijing, I would definitely want that province. What would it cost me to just take everything he owns? First off, it is doable. He won't accept yet because he has an army. It would be 150 dipple points, so we get one less idea. Well, not even a whole idea, but 122 base aggressive expansion. The only people who would really be upset are Mongolia and Korchin, but Korchin won't exist. Mongolia, we have a truce with, and is a 1-province minor, so who cares? 52%, this is totally something we should do. And of course, we should make him annul all of his cores, so we don't have to deal with as many rebels and stuff. So to get the 99% peace deal, he just needs to be on low enthusiasm and have no army. He is heading back to Karenga, but he won't be there till December 12th. We are there on... we give it like a whole month. I'm gonna hope that he comes toward us. I'm not even gonna... I'm not gonna over-reinforce yet. As soon as the his army is locked, It's 99 with low enthusiasm, and he's willing to accept. Cool. So he'll still have that army, but my army's over here too, and we can just get the peace deal. And I'm totally doing it. Thank you. GG. You don't exist anymore. No, he does exist. I missed a returned province. What? Nonsense. I clicked that. Yaren? I hate you, Yaren. Yaren. So because we lost some diplomatic reputation from being overextended, I think that's why. Also, the subjects picked up most of the land in that peace deal. I picked up some, but not much. Well, the only drawback to this is that Korchin still exists, and also that, I guess that means we don't have to fight his army. It's kind of convenient. I guess the other drawback is that we are actually probably going to be behind time on admin tech if I have to core this land. Hey, that also finished the build buildings mission for us. Cool. Hey, there's the admin points we needed. So, I won't be able to choose the idea group for this country. And I really want to. Let me just check real quick if there's any chance we're going to have time for it. When is the actual date we stop playing this country? We have until August. It's the 8th month, so we got 8 months in 70, plus all of next year, plus 2 more ticks. We have 22 ticks of monarch point generation. 22 times 9. It's 198 plus 298, which is at 496. Tech cost for admin, if we wait until it's no longer ahead of time, and assuming we embrace the printing press, should be increase over time is positive 10. Confucian offsets it, so we have negative 14 from ideas, negative 5 from that thing, plus 0.4, minus 0.6. That's going to cost us negative 19%, so 600 times 0.81. The tech cost should end up being 486, and I calculated that we will have 496 admin. Exactly at the end of the campaign, or at the end of this country's segment. That means that we can literally do no coring of any kind, and we can't take any land from Japan without leaving it uncored. But uncored land's not really a problem, is it? Like, we just let the AI take care of it later. Or at the very least, get the war deck started on him. So, I guess we sit on some overextension for a while. Clergy want land, they can have it. Clergy can take this one. In fact, I'm going to give clergy, like, most of this land. So I want to revoke this. And the nobles have coastal provinces, which they really shouldn't, but they're disloyal, so we can't finagle things. You also don't need this. That is not an estuary. We could give one of these to the nobles just to make them loyal. I guess that's okay. Let's do that. Once they're loyal, then next month I can piss them off again and take over a coastal province, get more naval force limit out of it. I'm kind of crazy with the naval force limit, I know, but we're still at 3 stability, so we should probably keep our corruption from growing so that we can actually get rigorous researchers if it does fire. We also did pick up some inflation, or rather some corruption from the that one event, money event. Okay, how does unrest look? Briatia's doing relatively okay. This province is not part of a state. I can't grant it to anybody. Oh, it is part of a state. Never mind. Should grant that to the clergy as well. More land for the clergy. They need that province, otherwise they'll be too low on province. Full province count. Okay, I always seem to slow down these days. Like, as I get closer and closer to the end of a segment, I just, like, really want to do everything I can to, like, min-max the way that I leave the country. And it slows things down a lot. It almost always seems to take me more episodes than I would have expected. But I guess we kind of have to improve relations with... whatever. Just going to top relations off with 2 subjects over the annual tick to make sure that they stay on as much opinion as possible. Briatia is actually still at 50%. Let's switch over to the Diplo Rep Advisor. That should put them all down low enough. So we're just going to sit on 52% overextension. We're going to go to war with Japan, and we're going to get even more overextension, potentially. And then we're going to leave our country with like 80% overextension, but the right idea group, so that he can actually grow. So, we don't have a lot of time. Retract the Navy. Let's prepare. Prepare for war. How many transports do we have altogether? We have 21. We can drop a 21 stack somewhere. Where will it be the easiest? Get the most war score and crush Japan's enthusiasm right away. Highest development that he owns is in the center. He's got 31 here. Kyoto's 28, 29 here. Probably we just want to land on the capital and breach it. Also, he's got a lot of land that doesn't have forts. Check zone of control. So this entire region over here has no zone of control at all. And the development is not that great. Ryuzan is a super easy, non-forted siege for 31 development. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's a level 1 fort? Jesus, there's not even a zone of control. I mean, he'll turn that on and then there will be here, but there's no zone of control on this 29 development province. All right, we're definitely coming in from down here. We're just going to land in the farmlands of Setsu, and we're going to march on Kyoto and breach the crap out of it. So the whole army, every single army that we have, let's get their butt down here. The entire navy needs to get down here. And the actual ships that are protecting trade can keep protecting trade because they don't actually need to be ready yet. We need to wait for the army to arrive. Now, I do want to make sure we don't lose. Because we only have a year, right? Well, we almost have 2 years. We're almost kind of like pushing the annual, like the 10-year cycle back a whole year now. It's not on 70. It's on like 70.7. But, more cannons just for combat, I think, would be a good way to go. Especially since we have such a high amount of income. I'm going to add 8 more. We'll go up to 18. Still no Morale of Armies Advisor. I could fire this guy. Let's try it. Morale of Armies would just make me a lot more comfortable. Need to protect trade in Nippon. Join up with your buddies. How long do you actually get where you're going? August of 69. That means we only have 12 months until that army is where it needs to be. But I have new cannons coming. What do we actually have available? If I could get boots on the ground, like a... I'd like to get down all 5 cannons, I think. Well, at least 1 cannon so we can do the breach on the capital. But I would like to have 5 cannons so we can get the max siege speed on Kyoto. With 21 transports, we probably want to just drop 16 infantry. 16 infantry and 5 cannons. So, how long will it take to actually have 16 infantry available? When do you get there? 22nd of June? Maneuver guy, maybe? 13th of June doesn't save me a lot of time. June. That's only 3 months. Can we train new troops faster than that? Yeah, I'm going for it. We're going to train a couple more men. We're already at full maintenance, and I'm just going to stay at full maintenance. Well, I'm going to stay at like 60%. Until it's time to turn it on. Okay, I'm going to take a break here, just because I know that this last episode is going to be like a lot of micro and high energy, and I don't want to get distracted by the reroll and the new nation, so I'm going to take a break here. Next episode, we're going to murder the Japan. It'll be glorious. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon. See you in a bit.